Good afternoon, DC Ranch golfers. It's Friday afternoon. This would be July the 24th. I was speaking to you last Saturday, so it's time to give you an update, and I realize some of you enjoy the written word, which we put out yesterday, and today is about the spoken word, which some of you enjoyed just as well. So, you know, the times that we're going through right now, this pandemic, nobody who's alive right now has probably ever seen anything like this, but I can tell you, much to your cooperation, we're doing just fine. The course is open every day. We've not been closed, but it's not due to anything other than the complete cooperation of the membership, following the CDC guidelines, etc., etc. And the most important things are your mask, washing your hands as best you can, and social distancing. As you can see that I'm probably 7 or 8 feet away from Jeff as we do this little presentation here. A couple things, you know, yes, we've been busy and people have been asking me what's going to happen when the season gets here. We're going to deal with it. We're going to play as many golfers as we possibly can. I don't anticipate that this is going to go on forever. I certainly am optimistic that they're going to find a vaccine for it in the near future, but we're going to get golfers out. We're going to be starting on the first tee because I should say this, your safety and the safety of the staff and everybody at the club is priority one, not shotgun starts and things along those lines as it relates to tournaments. We will have some events, but we want you to know that we're going to be doing our part to make sure that you're back to play another day. As you can see to my right, I've got a golf cart here that as we open up after overseeding, we built this in-house, and this is a clear vinyl plastic separator. It's as complex as 4 bungee cords, 4 grommets, and almost a 3x3 piece of vinyl. You and your partner are separated, so you don't have to be riding only with family members, I should say. You can be riding with other friends. And I've checked this out with some of the doctors, and they say we are good to go with this. So we are going to be fitting all of our carts with these, and if you're with family, you don't need to have it, but if you're not, you will have this. For us to get 40 more carts would be prohibitive for a number of reasons. We're going to start this way and see how well that it works. Continuing on with what we wrote yesterday, playing the correct tees. You know, I was driving down number 14 waiting for a group to play off the white tee, and we were back on the blue tees checking the new green sod that's up there, which looks terrific, and the guys who have played from it say it looks great. But the guys going off the white tees, there were 3 of them. The guy playing from the gold tees was Joe Fish, and I should recognize Joe for this. Joe is our oldest golfing member. He's 89 years old. 2 weeks ago, he broke his age. He shot 86, and Joe was piddling down the cart path looking for the gold tees. And as we sat and watched, and I had to just laugh, Joe ripped one down the middle. It rolled all the way down to the bottom of the hill, and here's a guy, 89 years old, found the correct tee to play from. And my comment is this, that if you can't reach greens in regulation, not necessarily hit them, you might want to consider going up to a forward tee, which is the PGA's Play It Forward program that's been adopted a couple of years. And I would just encourage you to do that. And even when you're practicing for your tournament seasons, play from a shorter tee box so you learn how to play good golf. You hit a lot of greens in regulation, you have a lot of birdie opportunities, and the more birdie opportunities you have and the more birdies you can make, the better you're going to play in the long run. I would also tell you that we have a lot of guys and gals who, when they play in the inner clubs around the area or tournaments, or even just fun competitive golf, they say, my handicap doesn't travel. Well, we've heard that for years and years and years. And the fact of the matter is, when we met with Jerry Mahanke, our own, Mike Thurell, our own, in charge of the handicap committee, and Ed Gallen, who is, you know, our club's closest ally when it comes to USGA rules and the Arizona Golf Association, they were quick to point out that with this comment, your handicaps don't travel because you don't travel. Most of your play is here at this club, and when you go to another club that you're not completely familiar with, then you can expect that your scores will go up by 3 to 5 strokes. So that was their comment about my handicap doesn't travel. So then we continue on. It's hot and humid. You can see that the grass is growing. If you've been around, it's going nutso with the heat, humidity, and the dew points. 2 weeks ago when I was standing here, you saw that this was completely brown, and it's probably got 80% coverage, and within 30 days from now, it's probably going to be usable, so that's really good. And then I should also tell you that 13 green is coming in as well as we would have hoped. The horseshoe course and the practice park behind us was resprigged. It's coming in green now where it was brown just a week ago. So good things are happening. A couple of upcoming events that we've got, some fun competitions. The Monsoon played August the 29th with tee time starting at 7:30. We'll go all day. It's for men competing against men, women competing against women, and couples competing against couples. So 3 separate divisions in a better ball format. And then going into the fall in November, we've got our ladies rodeo and we've got our men's rodeo that second week of November, which the Masters actually thought that they could outduel the rodeo, but that's not going to happen. You can watch the Masters after you finished your competition, which will be a 3-day format. It's going to be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for the gals, practice round Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the Stableford competition, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's a 3-day competition for the guys. That's what you asked for, that's what you've been planning for, and it'll be a Stableford competition, Better Ball of Partners. So we think a fun, competitive event. It'll be flighted, and then the team with the most amount of points at the end of the competition will be considered the member champions for 2020. Lastly, when it comes down to this virus and what we're undergoing right now, and we haven't had any guest play other than family guest play since March. People are asking when we're going to open up to non-family member guest play. We are being very, very cautious about that. We have to have the member and the guest do their part. The member is responsible for the guests' not only behavior at the club, which is in the bylaws and the rules and regs, but their health and safety, because you are our priority, the staff is our priority. So any temperatures of 100.4 or greater, that's a cause for concern. Any excessive coughing, any excessive breathing troubles, then that would cause you to be prohibited from bringing your guests out to the club. So it's about your safety. We want you to know that, again, your family, your friends, the staff, and anyone who comes to the club is our priority. Lastly, the rumor mill. We've heard a couple, we've identified a couple. If you've got anything else that you'd like identified, please give us a call. We'd be glad to set you straight as to what's happening around the club. But it's golf as usual, sort of. We're getting everybody out to play, and we're darn glad to do it, and we hope to do it in the foreseeable future. So fairways and greens, folks.